guys, it is your boy Hotshot here, and today I am playing some Gran Turismo Sport, and I am doing Daily Race A. Now, I had some good experiences on this track, and some very pain in the ass experiences, as you'll see either in this video or the next video. And basically working on my driver rating and my sportsmanship rating, which is already an S ranked anyway, but thanks to one guy that decided to put his anger on me and make my SR go down deliberately, and that guy had nothing else to do with it. Now, Daily Race A I felt more comfortable with than any other track, as I'm very comfortable with this track and I do drift this track a lot. The only thing is when you're in the middle of the pack, this track can be like a train of a traffic jam, everyone bunched up together, especially on the first corner, and everyone could just be stuck together. That's why eventually I got a good qualifying time and I was able to get near the top spots mid-pack with my time, and basically just, you know, getting in between that spot to be able to gain my positions. And another thing I was doing as well is on some of the tracks, if I was like near on the times near the back, I would just hold back and just let the other drivers mess up, as I did see quite a few people messing up on this track, quite a bit, going too wide on some of the corners and going off track pretty quick. Now, with me, it was either to go with the Audi TT or with the Peugeot, some of the other people using, and I did try out the Peugeot, but I didn't like how I was going around the corner while I was turning. The car just didn't feel right for me when I was going around, so I gave the Audi TT a go, and I felt, more comfortable with the Audi TT, as someone decides to do a 180 and spin out, as most people were spinning out on that first corner going around, and some of the drivers were later on were braking slightly early, so as we get onto this. So as we approach onto the fifth lap now, I've managed to catch up to some of the mid-pack drivers. Managed to gain a position before, with currently the Toyota right behind me, which with this track, especially with the train, and trying to get a good maneuver, especially on the outside on this track, was quite difficult. Obviously I got toe punted, which just a second ago there, which was actually really lucky, as I was nearly off track. But then this guy just decides he wants to ram me slightly off the road, even though I had the inside on there, which has obviously dropped me down a position, unfortunately, on this track, as we approach on the sixth lap, as someone goes really wide, as we try to keep it on the inside, but unfortunately don't manage to get enough power on there, as you can just see this whole train. And I found it hard to, like I said, overtake the drivers, because I wanted to obviously be clean as possible. Clean as possible for me is a top priority, but also trying to get those spots without also taking myself out or taking out the person in front. But obviously with this train, it was slowing me down, allowing other drivers to catch up. But like I said before, I had really good races on this track. I had some bad ones. I was very annoyed with the guy that was deliberately braking on straights or just places where it didn't have to be, and he didn't even get penalised for it or anything. I don't believe. He might have got a second penalty. He might have got a penalty. I don't know if he did, but his SR didn't go down or anything. which was really stupid. But my SR went back down to an A, which was really annoying. But it just really annoyed me. But we've gained a few positions here. We were in 8th. We've gained up to position 5 as we're approaching the final lap now. Keeping up with the dude who's got a 2-second penalty. And that should bring us into 4th position. As we have no penalty now as he goes for his penalty time. Oh, and look at that bam! Just as we go over, and we gain 4th position. So we gained really good, starting from, I think it was 9th and gaining to 4th position. So we did really well on this first race. So guys, on to our second race of race daily A. And starting in 9th position again with a slightly better qualifying time than my previous qualifying time, which I think I was in the 52s. Now I'm in the 51.9s, but I do get better as I kept on practicing this track over and over again. So we've lost positions as I wasn't very good at the grid start with this car, as the front wheels would keep locking up on me at the start of the race, and for some reason everyone would just get a better start than me on the grid start. And it doesn't seem to be looking too good here as I'm slowly got hit from the left hand side as we approach that second corner coming around. So we're currently gained a position there as the British driver has gone too wide on that other corner. That's the thing, I was seeing a lot of drivers going off track on this race, which was very good to give me some really good positions, especially when I was starting at the back with the qualifying time that I had. And I managed to just I would fight for positions, but like I was thinking to myself at the same time, a few people were just going very wide, and mid pack was just, you know, a bit iffy. Some of the tracks they were just we would just be all together, and it's like fuck, where do I go, dude? Where do I go? So we've gained 2 positions now, 10th position here as we are on the halfway point of the second lap here, getting some good times, getting some fast some good fast times on the sectors there, so we know we're making good progress on the speed, keeping right up to the rear end of this German guy here, trying to go for the right side, trying to take it. I don't think we're going to get it here, as I do decide to slow down as we're not going to get it. So I thought, let's come back, no point pushing it, I'm not going to be able to get him. As another driver has gone wide, the British driver, as we go on to the 3rd lap, coming into the corner there, managing to gain another position, hitting 8th position there with trying to take over. And as you'll see later in my other videos, I was doing some really good battles in some of these races. So as we approach the final lap, lap 7, we managed to gain 2 positions. We managed to overtake that German driver on the long straightaway, and we managed to overtake the other driver as he went and span off on the final corner coming on to the final lap. So as again, we've done really well, trying to, you know, obviously coming back from 12th into mid-pack 6th place. Obviously I don't think we're going to catch up to this last driver as we approach the final turn of Daily Race A, coming around the corner, getting that speed on the last turn, and there we go. We went from 12th to 6th position there, so not bad for our second race. So on to the 3rd race of Daily A again, starting in 7th position. Now, where am I going to be coming next on the end of this race? So as we about to start off our grid, turning off horrible traction control, and this car is actually really good with traction control, like some other cars I've drove on this game, going around corners, bastards. as we go around the first to second corner where the train builds up and two people have gone wide and gone off track, and then the matey in 8th position has come back on the track. I always got worried on the first turning of Daily Race A Suzuka. As I was always worried about the drivers behind me, especially just being in a train. Look at this train in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 cars up against each other right now. Just in a train. You just can't do anything, dude. I couldn't help that hitting the median 8th. I didn't mean to do that. But, like, when there was a train like that, I was having so many of the other drivers right up my tail. I was just so worried about what was going to happen with the other drivers that were behind me. They were just going to hit me, deliberately move me out the way, which, you know, which is not very sportsmanship. Excuse me, I am drinking a can of Coca-Cola. So, still on lap 3, halfway here, and we're still behind these two drivers. And just as we go around the last corner here, the British guy decides he wants to go wide and do some lawn mowing on the bit of grass there, as we gain another position and take 8th position as we approach onto the 4th lap now. Can we catch up to the other drivers? That is the question as we come around the first to second corner here, trying to maintain the speed, get around these corners as quickly as possible, having a pretty good lead on the other drivers, not too bad, bit of a gap behind there. Just trying to catch up to these other drivers now to try and gain some more positions here as we approach halfway through lap 4 of the race here. As the dude in the yellow car, I can't. Oh, dude, it really annoyed me. I couldn't remember the car, the yellow car, the freaking mate, dude. Annoyed the hell out of me, dude, and it's still not to my mind right now, but. That dude almost caused an accident or just spun out a little bit on that last corner as we approach on to lap 5. And he's gone wide. He's gone off the track. Oh, look, someone else has gone nearly slid off. As it was pretty cool. I'm hoping it's on my next video that I'm actually managed to save my car from sliding out on that second turn. As you come out of the straightaway to go into the first part of the turn, then to the second part, I went a bit wide, I drifted it, and I managed to keep the car back onto the track, which was very lucky because I think I was in second. I think I was in second on that race. And we've gained into 6th place now onto lap 6 of the race. So approaching the final lap here in 5th place, managed to pass another driver that unfortunately bottled it, as the Peugeot guy does brake a little bit earlier. I usually brake a little bit later on the first corner sector, as we are right up this German that is in the Porsche's tail, trying to gain another position as we come into the last half of the race. And can we gain this last position as we come around? And we do, as the Peugeot goes too wide on the last part of the corner, which gives us the wonderful 4th position and managed to take 4th place, which was wonderful on that last race there. So guys, last race here, so we managed to gain a better qualifying time of, I think it was in the 51.6, managed to gain a little bit of a better qualifying time here as we are starting in 4th position now, trying to get that good start as we come off the grid, and where the whole bunch of the pack are about to leash out the train of death. Are we going to be in the train of death right now, as we need to slow down for the other drivers? Going in on the inside, getting a little tap on the left hand side there. Managed to keep in it as we quickly slide left to avoid not getting into any contact by the vehicle that is behind us. Unfortunately, going a bit wide on this corner, allowing 2 of the positions to be taken away, as this was quite a bit of a battle trying to gain those top spots, as we did get, I think we got shunted a little bit there, which gave us a little bit of the speed. Managed to keep it here as we're up against the top boys here, as a bit of a snud from 3rd place there, which gives us a little bit of a momentum to catch up, as we got the other driver to our right here as I slow down, as he was coming in a lot more faster than me and had the braking point a lot later than I did. So we had to give that to him there, as we lose a position now. We're down to 5th. We started in 4th, so we've only lost 1 position now. So we're right up against the Peugeot's rear bumper there, as we have the Peugeot behind us as well. As the Peugeot slides and loses a position, gives us a bit of a gap, as we have an Audi TT behind us right now, trying to gain those positions, trying to keep up with the Peugeot in front here, as we approach onto the 3rd lap now. So on the 3rd lap, coming around the 1st corner, as the Peugeot goes too wide, probably bottled it and span the car all the way around, as we gain our position back of where we started on the grid line. Trying to catch up to these guys in the podium positions here. Trying to gain and catch up to 3rd, as 3rd and 2nd are doing a bit of a battle there, and 2nd's just like, fuck you, 3rd's fuck you, I'll knock you off. 2nd beats him. Matt was a little bit, he was a bit iffy. I didn't, you know what I mean, I was a bit worried about Matt after seeing that bit of a nudge taking him off track, so I was a bit cautious about Matt. I was a bit careful. I was a bit, you know, like, come on, Matt, we're British buddies here. Don't fucking knock me off the track, you know. So we're on the 4th lap now, closing up the gap between me and Matt there, as we're trying to get the 2nd place spot right now. So as we're on to lap 4 here, coming around the last corner to approach lap 5, Matt is slowly right up to the German there. German goes a bit wide, allowing me to catch up to the German in order to push for the top spot against Matt. We have managed to gain from 4th to 2nd position here, and Matt being the one in 1st place, as the German is keeping up behind me here, trying to fight for his 2nd position. Well, he was in 1st actually, but he's trying to fight for that 2nd position to get back to Matt, as unfortunately the German went wide, and we're right up there against Matt's tail, trying to close the gap to see if we can get 1st place here. So as we go on to the last lap, I does a nice clean maneuver on Matt on the 1st corner here, and basically Matt's like, fuck you, I'm not happy with that nice pass you just did, and he goes in for the savage drag you out of the way. Like the dragging move, bitch, get out of my way. Look at this. As we approach the corner here, I'm going on the inside to defend. Nope. Drags me right out of the way for 1st place. He was like, I wasn't happy with you coming on the clean inside of the 1st corner, so I will just drag you out of the way on the inside, even though we had the inside. And obviously, unfortunately, I would have had 1st, but Matt took it away. So there you go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more Gran Turismo sport videos, and thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and peace out.